Hi, Kimberly here, your celestial coach and astrologer. I want to talk on Mondays about astrology and the body. I am a very unconventional astrologer, and I've been doing this for over 30 years. I am here to help you realign and reconnect with your true purpose so that you can work towards opportunities and successes at any time. As a reflexologist for over 10 years, I have watched clients work towards healing their bodies and utilizing more tools than what they first may have thought obvious to them out there. And so what I want to talk about is, where does it hurt and why does it hurt? Okay, so there are times, and I believe fully in modern medicine and I believe fully in holistic medicine as well. There are many ways to heal the body, and we are different individuals. We are unique. Our birth charts are incredibly unique, individualized to the person. Our feet are unique, individualized to the person. There's so much about us that is just us. And yet we're in a society that sort of draws lines and boxes, and we're supposed to act, think, be, breathe, do the same thing. And what we've learned, especially over the last 5 years, is that this doesn't work. This isn't healthy. This isn't sustainable for improving our immune system. So while I'm not here to cure these anything that may be going on in your body, I am here to offer you tools and steps to work towards understanding your body so that you know when and where to go and how to listen to what your physical, mental, or emotional body is crying out for. There are different avenues, different ways to get help and steps, and definitely we can talk about those. One of the main things that I talk about, and especially with TikTok and on Mondays and stuff like that, what I talk about is the elements in the body, the really quick blurbs. So this is a little bit more. Fire signs tend to run hot, very active, need movement to release. Even in meditation classes that I've done over the years, you can very easily pick out the fire and air signs, believe it or not, because they are antsy. They get nervous, they get bored, they get twitchy. I have a lot of air and fire in my chart, so you will see a lot of movement from me, a lot of the fidgeting, right? Because it's just a natural part of who we are when you have air and or fire in your chart, to be able to move and to want to release energy through movement. So where's the fire in your chart? How are you using it to your advantage? And do you have a lot of fire? Even if you're a water sign up front or an earth sign up front, or think that your zodiac sign has nothing to do with fire, you could have fire within your chart and do need to release this. Sometimes when we keep the fire in, what happens is it starts to build up. It starts to eat away at us. We get very, very hot. Gosh, there's so many different things that could be done with it, but just think of containing a fire within, right? And it burns really hot. It starts to damage the fire pit or the encasement that it's in, because it's enclosed, whereas it needs to breathe and move and be fueled. So fire signs and strong dominant fire signs do require energy to help move them through and to help release the energy. So even meditation should be movement meditations or along those lines. Now, if you're an earth sign, what happens is you start to get really grounded or really rooted. Now, this is great because routine is safe. Being in a container is incredibly safe. But sometimes when we're in a container, we stay in the container and we don't budge from that container. And sometimes staying still. So think of an earthquake. If something doesn't give a little bit, it will crumble. So is there something going on around you? Even, bones, for example, are very earth in their correlation, right? So if they don't move, they don't budge, they break. So what we try to do is to work with the earth within your chart so that you learn how to flow, allow the water through to flow to create that change. So again, the water can be very connected to emotions or other people, but it's definitely being aware of your routine and how you function within your routine, and if you're allowing yourself to open it and shift it and change it. A lot of times Capricorn and Virgo qualities do tend to get the workaholic title because they're so dedicated to their service that they actually forget to eat, or they forget what else is around them. So understanding that you have this, maybe setting a timer to remind yourself to get up and walk around, set a timer to remind yourself it's time to eat. Very, very physical in nature. Water signs very lovey, very flowy, very emotional, understanding like maybe you're working with someone who's very strong in water signs. Sometimes the emotions are going to flow out and they are going to cry. And there's nothing wrong with sharing or showing emotions in any way whatsoever. So it's understanding that you do have this power of emotion that does overwhelm sometimes. And these people actually make for great caregivers, providers. They're the ones that when you go to work, they bring the cupcakes, or they bring the kindness to work. You know, you notice when they're missing, because they kind of tie everything together. But sometimes when we have water in our charts, you know, we can get waterlogged, we can get bogged down. There's water retention, there's things like that. Like, how do we move through this water? How do we allow ourselves to release this water? And these are things that we can talk about looking at your chart and discussing where the aches and pains are in your body and how you're holding them. And then, of course, air signs. These guys are the thinkers. They're the communicators. You know, I call them the mental ones, right? It's all up in the head. So getting that overthinking, how is that overthinking impacting you and affecting you? Understanding these elements. Are you thinking too fast? Are you not getting your ideas written down? Are you journaling or not journaling? What are you allowing yourself to encompass in? How busy is your mind and your schedule? Like, are you taking time out to breathe? Air signs. Very important to remember to breathe. Another way of looking at this, and what I've done over the years, is that clients who have a lot of air and fire in their chart are incredibly, you know, it's that divine masculine energy, and a lot of earth and water placements is that divine feminine. Now, here's the cool part about astrology. I'm not talking just about male or female or gender roles or anything like that. We all have masculine. We all have feminine within our charts. Are you using your combination to the best of your value? Just because you may be female or identify as female doesn't mean that your chart it shows a female. A lot of the strong warriors and fighters, women, have a lot of air and fire in their chart, and they push through with that masculine energy. Are you using your to-do list the way you need to? Are you using your to-done list or your downtime the way you need to? How do you need downtime? You know, what is your earth water ratio within your own chart, and how are you maximizing this to your own potential? Where are the aches and pains in your bodies? Do you carry it in your neck, your mid back, your lower back? Do you carry it in your legs? Do you carry it through migraines in your head? How about the gut work? Because you see, what's really interesting, especially when you start getting into medical astrology, is all the areas of the body and all the spine, and the spinal column actually have, and wonderful astrologers over the years have discovered the correlation between the astrological placements and your body. And so certain areas that are achy and painy in your body, when we talk about it, we can actually pinpoint it in your chart, where in your chart that correlation is coming from, and work on the emotional or mental issue behind the pain, and allow you to be able to motivate yourself forward and through this. Does it replace modern medical science? No, it doesn't. It works with it. Does it allow you to have an additional tool to help in your healing, or maybe you have chronic pain journey? Yes, it does. So this is the really, really cool thing about getting involved in your own body and listening to it, and how the chart can actually help you. So if you have any more questions, please reach out and connect with me, because I would love to be able to help you to understand at least the elements in your body, so that you can move forward and you can begin to navigate this life of conscious purpose, so that you know that the universe is not working against you. It is actually trying to work for you. And sometimes when our bodies hurt, it's to realign us with the correct path that we may have stepped away from. So I'm Kimberly, your celestial coach and astrologer. Remember to hit that like button and subscribe below. And I will talk to you guys again soon. Bye.